happened there, at his place.
In his bed. There was a party the night before.
We drank, laughed, some might even have danced.
We kissed and went to his bed for more. We were drowsy. We were tired.
I fell asleep to be woken up the next morning, his hands on me. He started kissing me.
One thing led to another, until his hands were on my head, pushing me toward his stool.
As he sees me pushing my head backwards, he gives an ultimatum, fellatio or sex.
Frozen. I had to choose my least worst. When I left his house, his odor on me, the marks of my teeth on my lips, left me feeling dirty and used.
I remember looking at the other passengers on the bus and wondering, do they know?
What were your thoughts about sexual assault before reading this?
My thoughts were, well, basically, I've heard of it before, of course.
Well, the same as they were now. It's something that shouldn't exist. It's something that sucks. And
my thoughts were, I know it's a pretty serious things, and it's rather like more common than we know. Like probably the person next to you could have been like a victim of it.
I don't know. It's not like sexual assault. You shouldn't be doing it. It's not fair to the victims, and yeah, if you're not given permission, you shouldn't be touching someone else or sexualizing someone else.
I saw it as a very negative thing, like a sign of oppression and of superiority.
And I mean, it happens to most people than we even know about. But I mean, yeah, it's pretty taboo, and it's still like not talked about that much, so.
it's terrible.
How do you feel after reading this?
Well, as I was reading it, I felt very stressed going from line to line. It was kind of like you felt the tension as you went lower and lower in the words, and you kind of feel like inside, like in the shoes of the person who wrote this. So it's very scary to feel that.
Honestly, I feel like crap. I feel like I don't know what to say. It's it's something that a lot of people deny, and it's really crappy, and it shouldn't exist, like I said before.
Honestly, like I almost feel violated myself. Like it's a bit weird to say, but it's like the whole story starts off pretty happy, pretty smooth. You wouldn't think what's coming next, and it's kind of like you wouldn't believe that somebody would actually do that.
Man, this story, it's tough to read. It's tough to read because you think that it doesn't happen often in our society, but it actually does, and that's the scary part. That's hard to think about because it happens more than we think, and a lot of people actually go through a similar situation, so it's tough.
How could we prevent sexual assault from happening?
Honestly, I think the taboo about talking about it should be broken. People need to be more aware of it. It is shameful, but if nobody comes out about talking about it, or people don't offer more help to the people who are victims of it, it's never gonna get better or get solved.
I think because a lot of cases, like the courts don't believe the women, so a lot of women are scared to come forward because it's like if they don't believe them, like there's no point, and they just feel shame. So we need to accept it. Like we need to make them feel safe. We need to like really act upon it like seriously and have more stricter rules upon it. So in that case, more cases will come forward, and people will realize it's like you can't get away with it.
I mean, you probably can't prevent it to zero, but the people who are victim of it should be able to come freely and talk about it, and the people who like do this, who cause the act, like they should be punished fair, because often they're not necessarily punished fair. So I think yeah,
we just need to teach people that they're not superior than anyone else in any way, and that they shouldn't feel like they have the right to be the oppressor or to be superior than someone or to have control over that specific person.
Talk, be open about it. If you are in a situation where it almost happens where someone is trying to, don't hide, don't be afraid of it. Be open and talk to someone, and people are willing to help. People are there to help. You just got to be able to talk about it and to be open about it. We can't make it a stigma anymore. We have to be open about it.
People can't get away with this.
You're not alone.
We believe you. Together we can
find solutions.